Welcome to The Real Review, sponsored by Parametric and Lazy Ape Studios, where you get some of the latest happenings, real thoughts, and perspectives in the world of film and television. This is our Coming Soon segment, and with me I have Joel Cunningham.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you
Good.
doing?
Yeah, I'm doing...
Maddie baby.
Yeah, doing good, man.
Can I call that Maddie baby?
Yeah, sure.
You're like, shut up, Joel. Doing good.
But I'm kind of excited to talk about today because we're really focusing all of our efforts on one single film.
We have 101%, nay, 110%
Yes.
of our focus is going to be on one film.
And this is really probably
that
the biggest tentpole film to kick off the summer movie season.
Absolutely.
You could argue that we started back in March with Logan, but I think this is when, we get into technicalities and semantics.
Kind of a spring film, but yeah.
Right. So what I think this is going to be it. And the movie that we're talking about coming out this week I guess there's a couple, but this is the biggest thing, and this is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh yeah. GOTGV2.
So let's go with a quick synopsis on this, and if you can go to the IMDb page in their synopsis.
Ridiculous. They got it blown up.
I know. It says set to the backdrop of awesome mixtape number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 continues the team's adventures as they unravel the mystery of Peter Quill's true parentage, which we already know from the previews that Kurt Russell is his dad.
Supposedly, yeah.
/ ego.
That's what everybody's saying.
Or ego, however you want to, Stranger Things that. But it's starring Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Michael Rooker, Karen Gillan, Palm Clementif, Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell.
I'm here to blow up some planets.
Right. So I'm curious because I'm not entirely sure how he'll play into the MCU.
I don't know either. I don't know his character's Stakar Agord.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the first Guardians of the Galaxy?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. We talked about this. I did not like the ending too much.
Right.
I thought the ending although it fit in a way, it felt way too campy. So
I felt kind of similar. I didn't mind the ending. I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
Let's just say I left feeling better about it than when I went going into it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. So because of that, because my expectations were low,
It's
like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the same level with a lot of people. Like, oh man, it was so good. Like I didn't come out of the film thinking like that. There were several scenes in it that I really enjoyed. One of my favorite scenes to this date in that movie is the Yondu scene where he just takes the arrow and just wipes out that army of people. I was like, wow, that's so cool. And so it makes me pumped that he's in this one. So just to give you a frame of reference here, this is not tracking as well on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got like an 85%, which isn't bad at all. It's actually really good.
It's one of the better ranked films that's come out in the last couple months.
The first one got a 91%, and all the people that are kind of saying it's not as good as the first one, I think what's going to happen for me personally, I think I'm going to like the second one more than the first one because I'm going to have an idea of what's going to happen going into it, and I think that I'm already on board with the character, so you don't have to win me over there. I'm already like on board with Baby Groot and Rocket just from the previews, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm super excited just to see that dynamic. But I think we may have talked about this too. Might be feeling similar.
Yeah, I'm similarly excited. I think I will say I would like to say what you're saying is the case. I think I agree that I'm thinking I probably will like it more as well. But I also am a bit hesitant to say if that's going to be the case just because I'm trying to stay very far away from anything that spoils this.
Right.
So I'm not really hearing what it is that people are saying.
Yeah.
Like what they're saying good, what they're saying bad, because I just don't want to have anything spoiled for me. So I'm trusting your judgment a lot on that as well. And I'm trying to just go like, yeah, I think Matt knows what he's talking about. You're usually right about these kind of things.
I think it's a character thing.
Yeah.
And we talked about this before. What made Guardians of the Galaxy work for me, the first one, was the character interaction.
Exactly. And that's why the ending to me it didn't spoil the movie because it was such a strong character-driven film with great humor. So the ending felt campy, but it was okay because the characters were still great.
The story can be as generic as all get out, but if the characters are interesting, you like the way they interact, that could make or break a movie, and
Absolutely.
They nailed it. And I think we're going to get a lot of that knowing the characters going into it this time around.
Yeah, because the story in the first film was interesting, but it wasn't like some deep, complex, like multi-layered philosophical narrative.
Right.
It hit good beats and very intelligent marks, and the right things happened at the right time. I mean, even talking about the intro where you see this sort of really sad, kind of depressing thing that happens to Star-Lord and losing his mom, and it was very effective, and they did a great job of kind of moving that straight from that horrible, sad kind of thing into like humor and something kind of funny as he's like, going around through this space planet and with the music and stuff. So I don't know. I'm
nowhere.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I loved the style of it. I loved the humor of it. The characters were great. I think if they bring those same elements, the humor, the style, the characterization, and they just do a little bit something different kind of with that ending, if they make it more fulfilling and more fitting and more like we kind of less silly, kind of like Love Saves the Day, if it's less like that and more just like, yeah, that makes logical sense. Because that was the other thing, it just didn't make logical sense to me. It's like, so they just grabbed arms and that, so I don't want to spoil too much, but as long as it has like a little bit better of an ending, I think I'll like it more. Because it's not like I was expecting, I wouldn't say I was expecting a ton from the first film, but I was excited.
They spent the, how do I say this? The finale was like the galaxy's largest game of Red Rover.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was all right. I mean, there was humor there with like the dance off.
I thought that was funny. I like that part.
But it was more just like, it felt like they were saying like, love saves all, love saves the day. And it was like, meh.
Well, here's the thing,
I like the Guardians of the Galaxy because they hate but love each other. They get along so badly, but in the best way. That's why I like them.
And from a cinematic standpoint, that was the world's introduction to Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
From a movie. I mean, he's been in other little things, like he was in like Zero Dark 30 and stuff like that. But that was his like leading role, like first time that you've seen him from a film standpoint. Yeah, because we're not talking about Parks and Rec. So, you didn't know who he is, but now you know what to expect from him. You know who he is, and he's good. He's good in these types of roles because that's just who he is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I think we're just going to see some really good things. My excitement level is pretty high for this one.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most anticipated films of the year, not just from me, but I say just cinematically, as a summer blockbuster, action fun Marvel movie. I'm going to give this thing pretty high. I'm about 8.5. Yeah,
I'm at like a 9.
Hey,
I'm tempted to go see this one opening night, like Thursday.
Yeah,
I might go do it. This is one I want to see with some other people. A lot of these films we talked about, I review them, so I try to go by myself because it's just annoying to people when I have a phone and I'm trying to like write notes and stuff. So it's sad because it's like I can't tell everybody like, guys, I'm by myself because I have to be. But,
I have a hard time going to movies with people.
I need a shirt that says I'm reviewing films, so that's why I'm
Don't
by
talk
myself.
to me.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time. I enjoy going with people. I think if you're gonna go see like a thriller horror film, it's cool to go with people.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time going to films with other people because the whole time, and I'm getting better at it. Mm-hmm. And for the people that go to movies with me, I go with you because I trust you more. But
you don't like talkers,
right? I don't like talkers, and I don't like if I feel like I know you better. I don't feel like I'm sitting there the whole movie like, I wonder what they're thinking about it. Because when I go to a movie with somebody, I sit there and I tend to think, I wonder if this person next to me is what they think about it. And I don't want to get into a conversation right now because I'm trying to pay attention on the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do they like it? I wonder what they thought about that. Like I have this inner like dialogue happening. And it bothers me. It takes me out of the movie. So if I get the opportunity to see a movie by myself, great. Or if you're one of my trusted peeps, that I go
trusted
with,
close friends,
whatever, then awesome.
I like every once in a while, I like a good interactive moment. And especially with this kind of a film, I feel like it's going to be really funny.
Yeah.
And it's going to be something. So we probably shouldn't go see this one together, Matt. But I like going like, oh my gosh, look at it. Did you see that? That was hilarious kind of thing.
I feel like I'm with you. I'm getting to a point where I would kind of foresee what you would think about something.
You might, yeah.
And I would, and I don't have an issue with going to you because I feel like I know where you'd be viewing something from.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't, because listeners probably don't know, but we live in like exact opposite sides of Phoenix.
Right.
Which, if you're familiar with the Phoenix area, we're one of the biggest metropolitans in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally live an hour away from somebody in Phoenix, and that's not because of traffic. That's just pure distance.
Right.
Yeah. And like you and I are pretty far apart.
Yeah.
I'm like North Phoenix area, and you're like
Southeast Gilbert.
Yeah, like Southeast Phoenix. And so it's like difficult for us to get together for films, unless we did Desert Ridge. But
Yeah, whatever. You know, it's all good. We can figure it out, and I do want to make it happen more. But yeah. So I'm excited for this. I think it'll be cool, and we'll report. We'll be happy to report back on Monday. We'll tell you more about it next week.
Yeah, there you go. We'll try and sneak this one in. I don't know if we're gonna get any other films. I mean, there's a couple other sort of like smaller type films that are coming out, but nobody for the most part really wants to compete with this film because I think everybody knows that this is the film that's gonna go get seen. So
exactly.
Yeah. So awesome, Matt.
Well, that's all I got. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think it's good.
Well, thanks for checking in with us. If you want to actually reach out to us, let us know what you think. If you have any questions, or if you do. Maybe you saw like some advanced screening of Guardians or something like that. Let us know what you thought about it. Email us at realreviewmedia@gmail.com. You can reach out to us on our social medias too, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Real Review Media. You can check out our website, realreviewmedia.com, and reach out to us there. But other than that, nothing else to add, Joel.
No.
It's been real.
It's been real.